Welcome to Pilates with Sam. This is the first video I'm doing for you to run on YouTube. I'm taking the week off work next week to spend some time with the children and the dogs. They'll be helping me out today, clearly. So the idea is that I'm giving a safe workout for everyone to do. I will offer a couple of modifications for people if they find something too difficult or uncomfortable. So we'll get started. We'll do the whole session today on the mat. We won't come up into standing. I'll do another one in standing during the week and we'll put that online as well. So bring yourself onto the mat, lying on your back, rolling down carefully or rolling onto your side and then onto your back. The feet are parallel and hip width. Pressing down gently through the base of the big toe, base of the little toe and the centre of the heel. The arms are reached down by your side, gently pushing down through the top, upper arms so that your shoulders have a sense of being wide. From there, take a nice deep breath in, expand the rib cage into the mat, and breath out, connecting through your centre. Think of almost breaking your waist smaller as you breathe out to not lose the length on each breath. So again, here, just lift yourself up a little bit. You could lift your head and just reach a little bit higher up on the mat so that you have a sense of length in through the spine. The back of the head is nice and long. Heaviness in through the back of the head, the back of the rib cage, the back of the pelvis. Take one last deep breath in, expanding, and breath out, connecting through the tummy to maintain that length and expansion. From there, we come into our pelvic tilts. So just a gentle tilt, drawing the pelvis in towards you, indenting the belly into the mat. Keep the bottom down on the mat. It's just a sense of rolling the pelvis in. We then roll the pelvis away, creating a small arch in the lower back. And again, tilting, coming in, mobilizing that lower spine. Take a breath in and lengthen the pelvis away. And again, breath out, tuck, draw in. Breath in, lengthen away. And again, two more in your own time. Breath out. Breath in. Find that halfway point. You may want to bring your hands into a diamond press position, which is the four fingers touching, thumbs touching. You place your hands on the top, broadly with your thumbs around your navel or your belly button, and your palms coming towards your pelvic bones, so the pointy features in your pelvis. Have a sense of real width there. It may not be able to reach your pelvis, or you may be a little bit more narrower and your hands might come wider. But generally we're looking for the hands to be parallel to the floor, so the pelvis is neither tilted and collapsed into the mat, neither is it lengthened away, creating a strain through extension in the back. We have a sense of being connected, but lengthened through the spine. Bring the arms back down by the side. We then progress to come into a baby spine curl. Same again. So we take a nice deep breath in, breath out, tuck the pelvis, draw the belly in towards the mat. This time we continue. So we begin to lift the pelvis off of the mat. We only come to the base of the rib cage. Have a sense of opening the hips here. Open them a little bit more, pressing down through the base of the big toe, little toe and heel. Maintain that position. Think lengthen through the spine, lengthen the knees away and lengthen the crown of the head away. Shoulders soft. Breath in and breath out, coming back down. Indent the belly, bring the pelvis down and roll away. Breath in, breath out, tuck and roll back up again. Breath in at the top, remember length, we're looking for length. Lengthen those knees away, widen and come back down. If you feel your hamstrings cramping, go back to your tilts that we were doing earlier. If you're okay, come up for two more in your own time. So coming up, lengthening, opening those hips and tucking and coming back down. One last one. And out. Should feel nice, opening up through the front of the hips and mobilizing through the spine. From there we come back down and we prepare ourselves to come into the double knee fold. We connect in through the tummy to support our legs as they fold in with one and in with the other. Breath in there, keep that spine long, expand the ribs. Breath out, lower one foot, followed by the other, controlling. Breath in at the bottom, breath out and fold the other leg in first and followed by the right. Breath in, breath out and lower. So this exercise isn't complicated, it's just warming us up into our hip flexion, maintaining a neutral spine, ready for our next exercise. So on the next one we bring the feet down. We bring the arms up and over the shoulders, and again we isolate the movement into our shoulders to then bring them both together. So breath in, breath out into your ribcage closure, lengthening the arms back behind you, soften the ribs into the mat. Breath in, come up, and breath out and down. Lengthen through the arms, but softness in through the shoulders. And back. Bringing the arms back only so far as you can keep those ribs nice and grounded into the mat. Breath in, lifting up, and breath out and down. One more in your own time. And back. Nice. And lift up. Keep the arms there, directly over the shoulders, heavy into the shoulder sockets, and bring that double knee fold back up. So folding one leg in, followed by the other, as far as you can, keeping the pelvis nice and grounded. Perhaps have a little rocks from side to side to make sure that you're grounded on either side through that pelvis. We then come into toe taps and we lengthen the opposite arm behind us. So it's breath in and breath out, soften, keep that pelvis heavy, lengthening through the spine. On the next one, take a breath in and we toe tap and we lengthen. And breath out. Breath in and breath out. One more on either side and we will then increase our challenge. You can always stay on this level if the next level is too much for you. So we come up. If you'd like to make it a little harder, lengthen one leg away at a 45-degree angle and come back in. Draw up through the abdominals, draw the abdominals up towards the ribs so you are protecting your spine, strengthening your core, and coming up. We start integrating the arm movement and the hip movement. One more on either side. And out. Good. From there, take a breath in, lower one foot, followed by the other, and breath out, lower the arms down by the side. From there, we bring the arms up and overhead into a rib cage closure. Breath out, interlace the hands, create a basket. Lift your head and place your hand into that basket that you've created so your head is nice and heavy in your hands. Take this opportunity to lengthen the neck a little bit more. Bring and ribs. Lengthen the ribs again away from the hip and down. The elbows are facing forwards. They're nice and wide, but they're still within your peripheral vision. You take a breath in. We come into the curl-ups. Breath out. Tuck the chin just a little bit and come up. Only so far as you can keep that pelvis in neutral. Breath in at the top and breath out. Come down. Breath in, we'll pick up the pace again soon. Breath out, come up. Good, just give the head a little roll from side to side. Make sure you're not using that neck. Make sure there's a little space between chin and chest. Hold and come back down. We pick up the pace. Breath in. Breath out, come up. Breath in, come down. And again, coming up and back down. On the next one, we're going to stay up. We come up. We take a breath in. Breath out. Slide one foot away, followed by the other. Come into turn out in through those feet. So we squeeze in through the heels, the toes are pointed, they are externally rotated. The connection in through the heels, the inner thighs, and in through the glutes is going to give you a little bit of a pelvic connection, which will help you connect in through those deep abdominals and help you think about drawing the abdominals up towards the ribs so you're working throughout. Keep that squeeze in through the legs and the glutes, the bottom, throughout. Come down, lower down, breath in, breath out, come up. God, I'm nearly shaking, I'm working so hard. And back down, I'm only coming to the point of the shoulder blades. And back up. And back down. On the next one, I stay up. Working, this full body workout here. I connect, I take a breath in and I lift my right leg, only a few inches off the floor. I come down, breath in, squeeze the legs together, and come up, and lower down, and lift, and lower down, and down. One more on the right, one more on the left. Make sure those elbows are nice and wide. Make sure you continue to draw up through those deep abdominals. Come down, squeeze those heels together and lower yourself down. From here, the fundamental would be to roll over onto your sides and make your way up into sitting. I will cue you for the progression, which is rolling up. We take the hands out from behind our heads, lengthen them behind us, keep those ribs grounded. Squeeze those heels together, squeeze the bottom and draw up through the deep abdominals to connect. Breath in. Breath out, tuck the chin, flex, bring those arms with you. Reach up, press down through those feet. Don't rush it. When you come up, draw the toes in towards you, bring the legs into parallel and bring the arms down to shoulder height. Draw those toes in, push the heels away. Press down through your seat bones and lift up through the crown of the head. Lift the chest up, bring the chin back. Breath in. Breath out, soften the legs, bring them out into long frog. A comfortable distance away from your pelvis, so we're not too close, we're not too far away. It's a comfortable distance with the knees rolled out. Bring the hands just below the knees. From there, again, we're looking to lift up and out of the chest. So we are tall, connecting in through the tummy, chest up, chin back. Bring one hand just in front of your chest, followed by the other. I'll come forward so you can see me as we come into and prepare for our waist twist. Here I bring my thumbs onto my breastbone so that I don't cheat bringing the arms further than the spine. It's the spine I'm looking to rotate in this exercise. Breath in, lift and lengthen, shoulders down. Breath out, turn the head, the neck and the spine. Think about rotating through the rib cage. Go round as far as you can, keeping the seat bones grounded. Grow through the crown of the head. Then return the spine, the neck and the head. Breath in. Breath out. Turn the head, the neck and the spine. Oh, that feels good, but it's hard. Breath in. Come back into the center. Breath out and round. Relax those legs. It's the upper body we're thinking of rotating through. Come back up, give me one more. And round. And back into the center. Good, soften off, give yourself a little shake, because yeah, you probably felt that mid-back, which is good. We're working into the rotator muscles there. From there, we're going to roll back onto our mats. So here, I want you to lengthen one leg away. I'm going to choose my right leg. I'm going to draw it in towards me. My elbows are nice and wide. I'm not collapsed. I'm always active. I lift up, I lengthen up, then I simultaneously tuck my chin, tuck the tailbone, round the spine. I'm keeping lengthen through my spine, I'm not collapsing down. I'm long, I tuck, I go down. I push my left leg away and down into the mat. As I slowly roll myself down, I'm only going to come to the point of the shoulder blades. I stay there. I'm ready for my single leg stretch. It's neatly brought me into that exercise. So I keep that left leg up, drawing it up to approximately a 45-degree angle and ready to swap. So I bring the left leg in as far as I can, lengthen the right leg away. Remember to draw up and in through those deep abdominal muscles towards your rib cage. Think about precision before we pick up the pace. Here I want the torso to be lovely and still. The movement is in through the hips, the legs, and a gentle change of the arms. Okay, when you're ready and if you feel you've got the control, we can change and change. Breath in, out, out, in, out, out. If that's too nicky for you, you could bring the opposite hand behind your head. So we change, 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 and 2 more, and then we come in, bring the hands behind the head, breath in, breath out, lower one foot followed by the other. Lengthen that spine again for me, and lower back down to come back down onto your mat. Just going to slide my self down a little bit, and again lift your head, reach back with the ribs, give yourself a little wriggle so those hips are lengthened away from the ribs, arms are reaching down. From there, I bring my feet and knees together. I bring my hands a little wider. I rotate the hands up towards the ceiling. There's still activity in through the arms, so I want you to open those shoulders away from each other. Keep the ribs grounded. We're ready to come into our hip rolls. Keeping the feet together, take a breath in. Breath out, roll the knees and the hips over to one side. It's a hip roll. The knees stay in alignment with those hips. Lengthen the top hip away from the ribs, but keep the shoulders grounded. Think of lengthening that top knee a little bit further away. Scoop the tummy, bring the ribs, hips and knees back into the center. Breath in, breath out, over to the other side, lengthening that hip, having a nice stretch through that top line of the body. And breath in, come back in. And again, think of that roll from side to side. Make sure that you're not shortening on the side that you're hip rolling towards. So keep the length in through the spine as you roll over. Shoulders heavy, head soft. Come back into the center and over to the side. Come back in. This time for the last 2, we're going to roll our heads away from the legs. Just give a little bit more release. Breath in. Bring everything back into the center and breath out over that. Again, feels nice, that lengthen through the spine. Come back into the center and come back in. From there, we prepare ourselves for the double leg stretch, bringing the arms down by the side. We fold one leg in, followed by the other. Bring the heels together. Again, I'm just readjusting myself, so I'm nice and grounded. I've got length in through the spine, length in through the back of the neck. Heels are together, the toes are slightly out, and the knees are slightly wider. From there, I take a breath in. Breath out, I curl up, and I place my hands on the top of the shins. Good, make sure my spine is long, I'm not just curled and collapsed. From there, I'm going to lengthen the legs away, squeeze those heels together, squeeze the inner thighs together, lengthen the hands away just below the knees. I'm looking for everything to lengthen away. Pushing forwards lifts me up a little higher. Bend the knees and bring the hands back onto the top of the shins. Breath in, lengthen away. This is hard work. And breath out, come in. Connecting through those abdominals, so it's not hippie. I want those abdominals drawing up as you lengthen the hands and the feet away. And in. Breath in, lengthen away. Oh, breath out, come in. This is hard. Give you 2 more. Lengthening away. And in. And. Oh, and in. Lower the head down, draw the knees in. Oh, bring them together and circle them around. Massage your lower spine. It's nice. Give yourself a little break here. before we then come into our side lying. So we come into our center, we lower one foot down followed by the other, we roll over onto our sides, bring the arm underneath the head, you may need a cushion if that's uncomfortable, bring the legs into chair position. I'll give you the basic side lying forwards and backwards, and then I will give you the option to progress into a more challenging position. You've got shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, top hand, little crab fingers just in front of your chest, not too far away. That will roll your shoulder forwards, keep it back. Then we lengthen the top leg away. And again, lengthen those fingertips. The bottom fingertips are forwards and that top toe lengthens away. Give me length. We stay there. I'm going to stay in a soft point. Draw the leg forwards as far as you can without rounding the spine. And draw the leg back as far as you can without arching the spine. Open those hips, lengthen the leg back. Come forwards. Good, and back. Good. Now the more advanced option is to lengthen the legs away, smidgen in front of the midline. And again, this time the bottom leg is also lengthened away, but it is actively pushing into the floor. So we lift that top leg and we repeat. We come forwards and back. Good. Lengthen away. Open that hip for me and come forwards. Let's do one more back. Good. And then we come into the center, parallel, lengthen a little bit more. Got black top on, but I've got a little lift here off the mat, which means that my spine is in neutral and I'm nice and long. Lower back down and fold the knee onto the floor if that permits. So if you've got any contraindications, do not bring the leg across the midline, just bring it down both one on top of the other. Otherwise, bring it onto the floor, you get a little release in through there. Take a breath in, nice expansive breath, and breath out, soften. Good, from there, push yourselves up, and we come up into 4-point kneeling. Okay, so from there, we're going to come to the front of our mats, ready to challenge ourselves. The basic exercise here is tabletop. We'll do a couple of tabletops to look for the length and stability in through the torso and the pelvis. Then I'll bring you into plank. So breath in, lift that chest up, widen the shoulders, the back of the head is up. Breath out, lengthen the back foot away, don't mind which. From there, breath in, lift that foot, lift the opposite arm, lengthen away. Think length, opposition. From there, bring that foot down, bring the hand down, and fold the knee under. And again, lengthen away. Bring those ribs up and off of the floor. Lift the foot, lift the opposite hand. Lift the chest away from the mat. Hand and foot down, fold the knee. Ready to come into your plank. You can continue in tabletop if you would rather. Breath in. Breath out, lengthen the right foot away, tuck the toes under, lengthen the left foot away, tuck the toes under. Bring the feet together, squeeze the heels together, squeeze the bottom together. Widen the shoulders, we're wide here, we're long. Lengthen the crown of the head forwards, lengthen the heels back, push those heels back. Come forwards and bring the shoulders over the hands. Now we can stay here and fold one knee under, followed by the other. Swap sides, lengthen the left leg and tuck. We can continue in that exercise, or we can take a breath in, lift that right leg, point the toe, squeeze in through the gluteal crease. Breath out, flex and tuck. Breath in, lift. Breath out, tuck. And 3. And down. Keep going, keep that lift. 4. And down. And 5, shoulder stability, core stability, working in through our glutes, working in through our length. Keep the shoulders wide. When you're breathing in, breathe nice deep breaths in, don't stop breathing. And down. And 2 more. And down. Up and down. Maintain breath in, breath out, lower one knee, followed by the other. Oh, and come into rest position. Good, softening through there, have a little wriggle, shake out those wrists, circle them round. Whew. Take a nice deep breath in, think of expanding the ribs, think of widening the shoulder blades away from each other, and breath out, soften down. Whew. It's hard work. Breath in, and breath out. Good. From there, we're going to come up into kneeling to swap over into side lying on the other side. So the arms reach forwards, we keep the bottom down, we tuck the belly, we slide the hands in, surrounding the spine. We slide the hands up, the legs, roll the shoulders back, restacking. Think of chest up, chin back, give a little shake from side to side, and we're ready to come into side lying on the other side. Lower yourself down, lengthen that bottom arm away. And remember, we're either in the basic exercise with the knees in chair position or the more advanced exercises with the legs lengthened away. Top hand in front of your chest. And when you're ready, breath in, lift the leg up. Breath out, come forwards. Breath in, bring the leg back, stability, perfectly still in through the torso. And mobilizing in through the hips. Come back, open the front of the hips here, push down through that bottom leg and stretching through the back of the leg as we come forwards and back and forwards and back and forwards and back. Let's do one more forwards and one more back. Good. From there, bring the legs into parallel, lengthen them away a little bit more, lengthen, 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 and lower down, bend the knee onto the floor or bring both knees in, or you could lower down. So multiple different options there. Take a nice deep breath in and breath out. Oh, that's good. So let's finish off on this mat, in the mat, by rolling over onto our tummies. We're going to come into diamond press position, so there, that's a bit better. You can see my fingers and my thumbs touching, and you're going to bring your forehead into that space that you've created. So roll over, forehead in between that little space, lengthen the legs away. Okay, here, without separating the hands, draw the elbows out, so you're widen through that chest and through the back of the spine. The legs are lengthened away, so lift the right leg and reach it away a little bit more. Lift the left leg, reach it away a little bit more. Take a nice deep breath in, expand the rib cage. Breath out, draw the belly in so you're connected in through the center as well. A little connection in through the glutes just to keep the legs active and lengthening away. We then come into our diamond press. Breath in, breath out, lift the head, the neck, the chest. Keep those lower ribs down. I want you to reach that chest forwards. I want you to lengthen the chest away from the pelvic area or the navel, the belly button. Reach, 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 shoulders wide. And breath out, come back down, still reaching forwards on the way down. Breath in and breath out, come up and forwards. Good, and down. Okay, so from there we're going to transition into dart. If this is not for you, you would simply bring the hands down by the side and the feet together for the next exercise. If you would like the progression for this, we stay here, we lift up, lengthen and reach. So the back of the neck is long, that's a big one that I have to correct often. So lengthen the back of the neck. Bring the right hand onto the forehead, elbow lifts. Left hand onto the forehead, lifts. Superman, reach the hands forwards. Wide out to the outside. Bring the hands in towards the thighs. Lengthen forwards a little bit more and lower down. Then bring the feet into parallel together. Keep the toes together, allow the heels to drop out. We come into dart. We bring everything together. We look for length and connection. Breath in. Breath out, lift the head, the neck, the chest. Roll in through those heels, squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the bottom. Lift the hands, squeeze them into your thighs. Reach your fingertips for your toes. Toes lengthen away, crown of the head lengthens away. Everything's connected. Take a breath in here, hold it, and breath out, still hold it. Squeeze, breath in, and breath out, soften, allow the heels to drop out, the hands come on the floor, palms facing up, and soften those shoulders, give them a little shake. Let's do that again, breath in, breath out, roll the heels in, squeeze, lift, connect, super active everywhere, breath in, and breath out. Good. 2 more, and up, and down. 1 more, and up. Super. And out. Good. Bring your hands forwards, push yourself up, and come up into your rest position. Oh, good. Have a little wriggle. We've got 1 more challenge to go. So from there, let's come into side reach. So we roll ourselves up the same way we did last time, coming up, 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 up. Roll the shoulders back. And then from there, bring your feet round in front of you, back into that long frog. Have a little sense of reaching the chest up, chin back, arms back down by the side. Breath in, lift one arm up. Breath out, bend the supporting elbow and reach over. Make sure you're still pressing down through that opposite seat bone. Make sure that chest stays forwards. I rotated. And come in and down. And up, breath in, breath out, turn over, keep that back shoulder back, press down through the seat bones, and up, and down. 1 more on either side. Reach up, reach the ribs off of the hips, and up, and down. Last one. Lovely. Oh, we're nearly done, and up, and down. Good, I'm going to bring myself round lengthways, and when I last rolled down, I used my right leg in. This time I'm going to use my left leg. So I keep that right leg active now. I bend the left leg in towards me. I hug the knee in towards me. Nice and tall, ready to come into a C shape. Breath in, breath out, tuck and round. Remember to keep the length in the spine, draw the abdominals in, and I'm going to roll back. So pushing the right leg down and away, and gently pushing this left leg into my hands to counterbalance myself as I go down. Coming to the point of my shoulder blades. Stay there. From there, we're now going to lift that right leg, 45-degree angle, bend the knee, and bring the heels together. Hands on either side again, just lengthening through the spine. One hand behind your head, followed by the other, ready to come into obliques. So I'm going to come round, I'm going to twist in through those ribs to come round to my right knee, and I'm going to lengthen my left leg away at a 45-degree angle. I don't want to collapse into this shoulder, I want this shoulder up. Bring the chest up towards the knee and into the center. Breath out over the other way. Breath in, keep the curl up all the time. Breath out and in. Draw the knee in as far as you can and lengthen the leg away as far as you can. This is all controlled, it's connected. Coming in. 1 more on either side. And in. And away. And in, well done. Lower the head down, take the hands out and lower 1 foot down, followed by the other. Well done, that was super. So come down, come into rest position. Now, relaxation position, sorry. And we can think about either staying here. If you're happy, if your back's happy, you can slide the legs away. We're just going to come into a little bit of a breathing exercise to finish off. So close your eyes, again lift the head and place it back down a little bit further away from the shoulders. Open the shoulders and relax them. Rotate the hands so they're facing up. Shake out those legs so they're nice and soft. Lift the right leg, lengthen it away from the hip. Lift the left leg, lengthen it away from the hip. Take a deep breath in, think of expanding your real estate. Make your ribs broader into the mat and wider. And breath out, melt everything into the mat. Just be aware if there's any tension left in your body. You might be holding on a little bit through the bottom, a little bit through the shoulders. Let it all go. again, breath in. More of a natural breath, so it's not forced. And breath out. As you breathe, think about softening everything down into the mat. And again, breath in. Expand, take up as much space as you can, but with a soft feel about it all. And breath out, soften the jaws, shoulders, arms and hands. Breath in. Breath out, melt the ribs, belly, hips, bottom. Breath in. Breath out, legs, knees, heels, toes, ankles. And again, just breathing naturally now. And down. Good. Start opening and closing your fingers. Open your eyes. Bring yourself back into the room. Ready to prepare yourself for the rest of the day or for the evening. Circle round and through the ankles. Give those toes a little wriggle. Slide one foot in, followed by the other. Roll over onto your side and come up into sitting. So that's us done. Thank you so much for coming on today. I do apologise for the dogs. They've got a mind of their own. Part of the family. Just lovely to have them around during this quarantine period, keeping us company. So that's me for now. I will post another video doing standing Pilates. I will also post a high intensity Pilates, which we call power Pilates. So that's bye for now. See you soon. Thanks so much.